We gotta have us a tagline.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
welcome. That's what I catch myself usually saying.
Yeah, the church welcome.
Welcome.
That old black
and look,
church.
I don't even go to church enough to say that. You guys are gonna have to like really bear with myself and Frank tonight. We both have been indulging in elixirs.
We're intoxicated
prior to the show. So this show may get a little colorful and lit. And he played Fat Gucci for me.
Huh?
Fat Gucci Man. He played Fat Gucci Man for me.
I don't know if they'll block it if I play some right now. They might.
He played Trap House 3 for me.
They might block out the stream.
And that was back when I was for the street.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to do that. Fuck it.
I don't know what's going on this Tuesday, guys, but we are very, very lit. Okay, me and Frank almost didn't come on here at 7. That's how we are. Hey, Maisha.
You know, we can only be on time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maisha say, "Why you in the corner?" Scotch, friend. Scotch.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
I know that sun is.
It's kind of where I belong.
Frank, I feel like that sun is frying you, though. I know you're not hot.
We gotta. Yeah, it is. I don't want to go full of shade down on that side though. I'm trying to live like the white folks got a window right here with no blinds.
I was like, I'm looking at it and I'm hot.
But the damn sun be down right now. But I forgot time is changing.
You in the middle of the podcast, you gonna want to relocate.
I'm gonna be a different color. I'm already black already.
Somebody said, "What's up, y'all?" Okay, I forgot again. You know my disclaimer because that group page and these names is real bootleg. But hello.
Hey, so when they log in, it asks them, can they accept the StreamYard, blah 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 blah. They need to press yes. That'll allow their information to show up.
Oh, so it's something the user has to do.
Yeah, it's something the user has to do.
So y'all not clicking no buttons that y'all supposed to be clicking.
Yeah.
Y'all needs to click them buttons.
They just no. We're not asking for donations yet. They no.
I mean, Oh, Adonis said it was me. Hey, Adonis. It was I. Loud, tat out. Watch out now.
That's why Adonis be on that. We appreciate the love, homeboy.
And I'm not about
slightly relocate. I don't need my ring light.
Everybody come on up in here before we start. For those who are unaware, so we will be talking about Shacarri. Okay, so is the baby name not being funny at all? Not being shady. Shacarri? Is it pronounced Shacarri or Shacarri? Or
what's the origin? What's the origin?
I just feel like I've heard in interviews it be pronounced differently than I say it. Shacarri. Shacarri. It just sounds right. I'm gonna assume it's correct.
Shacarri.
Come on in, everybody. Good evening, Sparkle. Good evening. Yes. Hey, Ty. Yes, it is Margarita Tuesday. Absolutely. Hello, Andrea. So, last time we talked about, last time we discussed Miss Shacarri, we talked about her liking the devil's lettuce. Today, that will not be the topic of discussion. Hey, Kia. So I'm looking on my phone. That's Kia.
Hey, Kia.
Hey, Nakia. Because that's Nakia 2.0, because I was born first. But
okay.
Oh, and yeah, for those who don't know, I don't usually give out my government name, but yes, my name is Nakia. So whenever you hear me say that, don't be like, who?
Oh, so you back Nino Brown this week? Because last week
last week I was kicked off of the Facebook by Zuckerberg. So I was coming in as Monet Porter. That is my middle name and my last name. So yeah, please don't steal my identity. I will find you, and I will.
You're telling too much.
I know. I was like, I will find you,
What's your last four of your social?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4, 3, 2, 1. I got you.
So yeah.
Shacarri.
Okay. This week, yes. So the topic of discussion is, I feel like, stemming from this recent event that happened with Shacarri. It's basically sportsmanship. That's kind of been the thing that I've seen, not one, but a few people kind of hint upon them disliking about her, was her sportsmanship, her presentation. She's not polished enough. And so anyone that knows me, I'm very transparent, Frank. You know, I watch track and field. I watch UFC because I like a little violence every now and again, without me being in it. And I watch, like, maybe, boxing or something like that. I'll indulge a little. I'll entertain basketball and football, of course. I'll entertain baseball because I just like the atmosphere of the stadium. But I stay in my lane when it comes to sports. Because I don't, outside of what I participated in, I don't really be into it. But I think that as an ex-athlete in track and field, and any ex-athlete that's tuning in, or yourself, I just feel like it's something that is really easy for people to discuss, as far as your attitude, how you conduct yourself when playing sports, your likability as an athlete in the event you're in the public eye. So
you're definitely being judged by everything you do and say. So
yeah. And so this week, my whole thought process was, I had made a couple of comments. I know for myself, I really didn't even make the comments. I merely shared them. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it was a young man. Not gonna disrespect him or nothing, because it's Facebook. Everybody has an opinion, and it is what it is. I actually find these little verbal quarrels, they kind of keep me on my toes, like keep me sharp. So I'm okay with it, actually. And
you're an asshole.
I know this young man came on, and bless his heart, hope he tunes in today. Rick says, say his name. Hey, Ricky.
I hadn't seen him I never seen him in the interview.
Well, he came on my post before. Rick says, say his name. If he tunes in, I'll say his name if he comes on the podcast and supports, but I don't give anyone free publicity. So yeah, basically he came on, and what I didn't understand, because I feel like his response wasn't just isolated. It was a response that was posted from other cats as well.
No, it wasn't sent out to him. He kind of just
no. It was. I don't understand how the Shacarri Richardson debacle that happened last week, as far as her getting beat by the Jamaican team, really, really bad. We're gonna call it what it is.
Yeah,
how did that go from merely, I understood y'all don't like her sportsmanship. I get it. She's not polished. The girl is, she's a little well done ghetto. It's okay. Still support, love her. But how did it go from you being upset that she talked, I guess, all that mess and lost, to, Black women everywhere support wrong, and they just, you say anything to them and they hate us, and Black women are so sensitive, and the world is just Black women, and the white man and Black women are always. How did we get there? And then it spiraled into, what if Shacarri get pregnant? Next, she gonna get pregnant.
Well, that was him. That was more so that one guy shooting this shit.
How did we get? But you know what? The reason why I'm going to touch on it.
The world is too sensitive, because if you got to comment about anything that's the current trend, you're going to get blackballed or Peter Roll because you're not going with the flow. Go ahead.
The world of debate. Anybody that was ever on a debate team. I was on a debate team at one time.
Which is 2% of the population.
But anybody that was on the debate team knows that what's the rule of the debate? Stay on topic. Have a solid foundation for your position.
Okay, stop. Let me pause you. How many people you know? How many people?
The topic is she lost.
Listen, so like I always say, now get tired of me saying this. It's trendy.
Her being gay ain't got nothing to do with price tea in China.
Right, nothing. That's right. So the first thing first is it's trendy. So if it's a trend to go against her, then the whole world is going against her. They don't know why they're going against her. They don't have no thoughts. If the internet say they're going against her because she lost and blah, 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 then we're going against her. If the mask would have came out and said, don't worry about it, we're going to get them on the next one, you'd have seen millions of posts saying, we're going to get them on the next one. Or, it's just about what the trend is. It's about what the trend is.
So here's my thing. People fail to realize this. So I'm going to use you, Maisha, because Maisha made a very very valid point. So she came onto the post and she stated, and she was not agreeing with me, but she was able to not only stay on topic, but she was able to support her position.
That's right.
And she had receipts. So that's another thing. When it comes to differing opinions about these types of things, be able to teach. I'm teachable. I may not have seen something. You know what I'm saying? So Maisha was like, you know what? I don't have a problem with old girl. I'm not going to bash her. But what I didn't like was her sportsmanship and how she handled the interviews following the law.
She know why she ain't agreeing with her.
Right. And it was on topic. And it made sense because once she presented the interviews to me, she was basically like, do you see how she handled herself afterward? And so I was like, okay, I get that because she was cussing. It wasn't polished. It wasn't good sportsmanship. She kind of was like, she was kind of rude to the people. Yeah. She was kind of rude to the people who were like conducting the interviews, the staff, the PR people, I guess. She was kind of rude about congratulating the other girls. I was like, see, that right there, I can get with. That right there, I would say, okay, sis, let's backtrack. And, because I'm all about confidence. So I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, humble yourself. I'm all about confidence. But at the end of the day, you can be a little bit more polished and you can basically, it's nothing wrong with congratulating the other team. Serena Williams, Venus does it all the time. When they take a L, they congratulate the other girl and they go
because they know they're coming right back. Those people are winners. So they naturally know they coming back. They know that, on the next one, I'm going to get you. They've been on this platform before. And then Serena and Venus ain't really a good opinion because they had a strong person. Their dad, if you seen, he was so voiceful that he was their PR person. You know what I mean?
But I'm just speaking on like how they take losses. See, that's a lot, and that's just in life too.
But see, it's the same thing like I'm saying with they pop. They had somebody letting them know that you don't go on TV and talk like that. So you got to know in the Venus Serena's time, more so than now, they were waiting for a black woman to stumble up, say a word wrong. You can't talk. She don't speak well. She don't carry herself well. So those women got on the stage and the platform and never spoke like they was from a company. Never spoke like they was from the hood. Never spoke like. So my comment with the Shacarri was, she need a PR person. So,
and that I can agree with wholeheartedly.
She needs somebody, and outside of that, you got to know when. Not even on a national scale, you got to know when to shut up sometimes.
But you know what, too? One thing that you didn't do, and see, a lot of people who may have, it wasn't a lot of people, it was just that person. But people who may have been, I'm not even going to put y'all on the island with him.
That's your church house, man.
Yeah, he by himself. But I feel like a lot of people who saw my post, and I believe my post said something to the effect of, if you were rooting for her to fail, stay from around me. So if you weren't rooting for her to fail, but you simply don't like how she carries herself, then that post wasn't for you.
Right.
It wasn't directed at you. Yeah. And furthermore, if you weren't on her tip yesterday, because that was another thing I had an issue with. People who were like,
it was the same people
going for her hard, and then like today it's completely, I knew she was gonna lose and da. See, that didn't apply to a lot of people. So again, that post and that shoe didn't fit you.
Right.
And that's why I was like, people got to understand, and I have to always remind myself of this. Text messages don't have tone. So all people see is what's put there. They don't really know the thought process behind it. They don't really know that I'm not encouraging her to behave poorly. All I was saying it was just weird to me for those individuals who were probably not the triggered one.
See,
it was really weird to me for them to be 100% hard for sis, and then when she failed, ha ha ha, look at that. I was just like,
cool. Listen, this is what I say all the time to you. So you make a post that's 5 or 6 lines with detailed words that takes thought. The average person that reads your post stop reading at the first 1 or 2 lines.
That's true, because we live in
They never got down to the back. They never got down to the end. They never thought about what you said because the average person don't think. Okay, we only going with what's right here. Boom. So,
or they took the opportunity to internalize deeper rooted issues that really have absolutely nothing to do with Shacarri.
Yeah, but listen, that's true. I mean, go there. But listen, if you think what I'm saying, if the news headline says the most bold thing, because that's what draw you in.
Absolutely, clickbait.
It's clickbait, and it's not only clickbait because before people were clicking, they were reading it. So it's people are not gonna read much. You got to keep it real short. So for you to think that a lot of these people are gonna read it and interpret the way you even said, they didn't get down far enough to even interpret what you said. A lot of your page, your page. They just coming on there to argue with you.
Yeah, it's really weird because, and then this is the thing, I've often got, oh man, I watch your podcast, like you got a lot of sense. You really be making sense. I'm not an irrational, wound up, like.
But you just said that your text message and your posts don't have tone. So
but you know what, Frank? It's not my job to handhold people through a post because really all you have to do is come on there and keep it cute without trying to be condescending, and we can have a conversation. And I can explain to you, well, listen, first of all, if you weren't rooting for her to fail, number one, this post ain't for you.
So the average person can't hold a conversation.
I've noticed that.
That's number one. From a place of hurt. That's right. The second thing is the average person, not say average, but a lot of people, you can't type a fucking conversation.
You can't. You really can't.
You definitely can have a conversation with you that they can type. Yeah, you can say, you might be able to say some shit in your head, but just make complete sentence and formal sentence and be upset and make this shit all sound the same. Most people can't.
People respond from a trigger. I'm learning often than most times.
You already knew this. That's why you're triggering the people.
You know me. I get so many trigger responses, and I've had so many sidebar conversations, literally, where individuals will reach out to me in my inbox like, it's just that I was really going through that at home. First of all, I don't know your life.
Man, listen.
How am I supposed to know that my post will trigger trauma that you haven't addressed?
I went on somebody's
post. Oh, y'all are just so. First of all, I don't even agree with all black women. A lot of them are silly to me. So let's start there. Like, I love my counterparts, but
this is my problem.
I'm not for all of them because some of them I'm gonna let be by themselves in their stupidity.
This was my problem. Let me say this, and I'm just gonna take it back to a previous episode, and we were looking at.
I wanted to be able to come in before. Oh my gosh! You know what I was dealing with? I myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done.
All right, so.
It's ghetto. It's definitely ghetto.
So no, wait, not even ghetto. So I got two things. So this is going, I'm finna Kevin Samuels half you motherfuckers. I don't give a damn. So first off, whoever talking this cadence, I don't want to fucking talk to you. First off, in that cadence, because I know you ain't really. The second thing is that's the cadence, that's the sound, that's the attitude that men were talking about 2-3 shows ago that they don't want to deal with black women. Now everybody was talking about what time was? See the person who you get in a fight with. You ever got in a fight with a white person? You get in a fight with a white person. You cannot win. You cannot win. You hit them. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Give me another one. You can't beat. See the person who get beat up and they still get up talking shit. So that was only, I really don't have a problem with her losing because that's a part of the game.
But that kind of, that draws us back, Frank, into the question. what kind of behavior do fans expect their favorite athletes of their favorite athletes? Like what kind of behavior? And I mean, it still probably won't apply because they're not listening to us. But when you think of sportsmanship, what is the behavior you would expect of, like, who's your favorite athlete?
I really don't have a favorite athlete, man. Big as black as I am, I don't even really watch sports. But but listen, what I expect for you is this. Like,
okay,
I expect her to say exactly what she said. Maybe not in the with everything swirling around how she did it a little differently to than what she, like how she said it. But I do think if she was a male and said that, I don't think it would have been as
that's real. That's real.
Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you breaking up a little bit. That's that Scotch.
Nah, I got.
But no, we can understand you. I know if I can understand you, they can too.
Yeah,
I think.
I
okay,
don't expect. I expect you to say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel, but in a sense, you are at work. So I expect some form of professionalism. You know what I mean? I don't expect you to get up there, and I wouldn't do that and say, you know, the quote that told me, yes, everything's going to be okay. I'm going to come back strong. Hey, I'm going to come back knocking those down next race. But she got to produce and got to perform because me personally, I've never seen her run before. All I know is from the weed incident. Okay, now everybody's saying turn on channel 11, turn on channel 2. Shacarri about to run. She about to run. And then we get ninth place. You mean tell me the whole damn world was going against, you know what I'm saying? We get motherfuckers on here from Vegas that want to say how good weed is, and then you get on there and get ninth place. I had to pay that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I had to pay that nigga. But I just expect, I think me and people like me that hadn't really seen her run and seen her how good she is, feel like she being too cocky to what she produced. This is the first race that probably half of the world ever seen her run. So we looking at this one race. It's like, damn, well, you talking like this and you ain't really that good. But obviously she that good to be on that platform. She was at the Olympics.
Right. Let's get to some of these comments because they are coming in. And again, for those who have just joined, hello and thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world. I'm going to give you the same disclaimer we gave before. Frank done had some drinks and I done had some drinks. Hopefully you get some drinks so we all on one accord.
Yeah, one accord. Oh, man.
All right. Gonna keep it cute. So, all right. Maisha says, what post was this? This must have been when I was working for real. Okay, go to the post on my page that basically says it is a repost of somebody else. If you was rooting for Sha'carri Richardson to fail, stay from around me. That's the one. Rick, she gay. How's she gonna get pregnant? But okay.
That don't matter.
This is the thing. It don't matter.
Rick is going in.
This is my thing, Rick. This is my thing. The brother brought it up. It had absolutely nothing to do with the price of tea in China. And it was definitely a reflection of some hurt he would feel as a result of this known, I guess, bisexual track runner getting pregnant. I don't understand why he would be even hurt or bringing that up. It literally was off the record. It was
I hate to see it go to the other side too. That's a nice
like go take some medication. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It was really off. It really threw me off. Yes,
no, I think he was more so trying to trigger you. He was more so trying to trigger you and couldn't figure out a way to get at you.
Yeah, no.
Everybody think you lesbian already, so that's probably why he said that.
I'm not. I love men.
Come on, now. With your track, you ran track.
I don't understand.
You a lesbian? You are Shacarri.
I am like, but I don't understand. Like, are you the pussy police? Because why she can't get pregnant? She grown. If she did, and
man, I got some friends that's lesbian. One of them turned out pregnant, and I still don't understand.
I digress.
Yeah, me too.
Ricky, weed, alcohol, and smartphones don't allow you to stay on topic. Okay.
You saying that,
the fact that everyone was congratulating each other after the race and Richardson just walks off is terrible. I hope she learns how to humble herself. Okay, friend.
Well, true. It was a little animosity between her and those girls. They all in competition with each other. So They already seemed like they were kind of feuding a little bit. They showed some Instagram posters that they were shooting shots at each other's.
And but the crazy thing is, first of all, Frank, I just saw something today. Speaking off of what you just said, I didn't know Shacarri and Nicki Minaj supposedly had some words.
Well, they've been going back and forth.
That's crazy. And Nicki being Trinidadian, and she gonna go with the island girl. So it was like Nicki and the Jamaican team.
See, I'm getting up on my current events too. That Black Twitter been putting me up on that. But listen, so Shacarri shot a shot at Nicki Minaj first.
Like in 2019, though.
So she waited till after this. Well, the girl ain't ran. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get your lick back. So,
it's like Nicki, she faded you in 2019, but I guess Nicki was like, I'm going to wait until she run against the Jamaican chicks and we going to get her.
Well, when you represent, that's just like somebody playing against Houston. You might not make a post about them, but when Dallas play against Houston, it's okay. I got to stand up.
When you're going to stand
up for the city. And so she just standing up for the islands or whatever the case may be. But my point is, and I think I hadn't even thought about this until starting talking. I think a lot of people are saying like, hey, you're talking a lot of noise, but you're not performing. Not thinking that she has performed previously.
Okay.
I never seen her run before now. Everybody's saying, I think a lot of us are moving off current events. Currently, you got caught smoking weed. You're supposed to be on that was my thing. Hey, be on your toes. They coming for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. That's my perspective. Mm-hmm. You get back in, you run, and you get in ninth, which is dead last. So now I'm like, okay, well, damn. You're talking a lot of noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're right here with your Gucci bag, but you're out here in the line to get school supplies. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
I can't stand you. Top Prince, those are the same people that say sorry for your loss instead of loss.
We went to public school. That's why.
I also said, I agree. No one has taught her how to lose and still present herself in a respectful manner. Yeah, okay, so that's something that we definitely have to consider as well. Not saying that it is supposedly an excuse, because the thing about it is a lot of people we know may have, not had the best leadership growing up. But once you come of age, learn better, meet people doing better, meet people in your field who are presenting themselves better as far as PR goes, that's when you should kind of take the initiative to say, you know what? It ain't nothing wrong with me being me informally, but when I'm representing, I guess, a sport, the nation, I should clean it up a little. So I definitely agree with that. But she absolutely did not, come from that cloth. She's not cut from that cloth.
I'm surprised with the new endorsement she got that they are like on polishing her up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
almost certain that
it might be for the fact of not polishing her up is better publicity.
She's gonna get polished. If she doesn't get polished, she's blatantly
talking her talk.
Yeah, somebody's reached out though, because I've seen too many people mention PR. Yeah. So somebody's probably reached out. Adonis, people as a whole don't like overly confident folks. That's very true. It makes them feel away. Even though being humble is only something that's taught to us as Americans to help others not feel less than. And I know he said more, but this doggone app. Yes. Confidence is so before I really, before Maisha, my dear friend Maisha Jones kind of educated me on how she acted after the loss. Before that, I did not understand why everybody was so adamant on her being humble, because my thing is I sometimes feel like as women, people want our self-esteem to be on the ground in order to appease them. And I don't like that thought. So now that I've been kind of educated on how she acted following the race, now I can kind of see where people are like, nah, sis need to chill. So I can get both sides of her, still remaining confident, but having that balance. Maisha said, I was okay with her popping her shit. Just don't be a sore loser. Absolutely. That's, yep.
Right.
Ricky, she from Dallas. She eat Rudy's. I wouldn't know nothing like that. Ricky, you were very messy. You was petty, you was messy, and you was
Thank you, Ricky.
Sparkle, I felt secondhand embarrassment when Richardson did her interview immediately after the race. Well, friend, Sparkle's a dear friend of mine. One thing I did say, I'm rooting for sis, but sis is not our tribe. Bless her heart. She's somebody we would mentor, but she is not the tribe.
You
Bless her
definitely need
heart.
some help from somewhere. Y'all should probably.
My hands are tied. I've done my community service for the year. Maisha, you right, Frank. After 5 lines, I felt like it should be a video. Hey, Jaterica, she laughs. Devron, I'm expecting athletes to be human. So I guess he's answering the question: what kind of behavior do fans expect of their favorite athletes? He says, I'm expecting athletes to be human, but be responsible for who they are. They influence the culture. Very true. Adonis, Kia, you're one of the few that can think objectively and diplomatically. Friend, I be trying to be like, all you gotta do is talk to me like you got some sense. I can have a conversation with them.
Blowing you up. Yeah.
Many people can't separate their feelings from their facts. They think if you disagree with their opinion, they feel like you disagree with them as a whole. Right. And that's all I'm saying. Debate taught me that. Stay on the subject, support your position. I still might not change my position, but at least I can walk away.
When people had a hard time passing English 1.
I'm just saying, this is why I'm good at what I do. Like, you come on my post, you better come with some facts. And you better stay on topic, because if you don't, I'm gonna make sure I let you know that. But
how they gonna come with facts? How they gonna come with facts? And they got their opinion off somebody else's post.
That's the problem. Maisha got her opinion off a video that she tagged me on.
Okay,
look.
It ain't hard. Yeah, so look, on your post, you get about the same 15 or 20 people that y'all can talk, argue, correlate with. And there's no hard feelings.
Here and there.
There's no hard feelings because all y'all are taking this. You just really swapping information, whether you agree or don't or disagree.
I have some like people that'll come on every now and again, and they'll be like, "Well, this is that," and that's the thing. It's all about how you present it. But when you go off on a tangent that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic, like, why are we talking about her being pregnant? Where?
Okay, let me say this because I just got a notification. You told me about Black Twitter, and some kind of way, I don't know how I subscribe to Black porn. And they've been soliciting me every day.
Congratulations.
Well,
how do I get it?
I ain't getting my check yet.
I'm not mad.
It's not really like appealing either. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, they're not sexy. Well, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told you about it if they was appealing.
Unsubscribe, Frank. Marcus said, that's that Scotch. Unsubscribe, Frank.
No, that's normally me. That's normally me.
No, but I do. But for real, show me how you did that.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already tweeted for you.
Sparkle said, I'm a huge fan of track and field. I have never seen a professional track and field athlete act in this manner. This is true. She's the first. Not even Maurice Green, who was considered cocky. He gave others their flowers after every race and never did an interview like this one. So again, she needs to learn how to be professional. Okay, Spark, see, and this is teachable. Those who don't know Maurice Green, I know of him. I know that he even plays dirty when taking off out the blocks. So what he'll do, he'll act as though something's wrong with his blocks. He'll get like, I've seen him do this at a race before. For those who know track and field, you're gonna understand what I'm about to say. He'll get in the blocks right before the gun goes off, and everybody's like geeked up in their stance, and he'll say, wait, I gotta fix something to throw everybody off their game and win. I've seen him do that a couple of times. So yes, Maurice Green is a cocky athlete who kind of plays dirty. And yes, he still has the ability to kind of acknowledge those who win in a competition.
You just got to carry yourself a certain way, especially you got to know when everybody watching.
Deborah said she ran a 10.6. She has performed. So that's what got everybody watching her anyway. So
that's right. So that's what got her to the Olympics. What got everybody watching her is the weed incident. Nobody would knew her name if she was just the black girl from the U. Who was the Jamaican lady's name?
Yeah.
We just know the weed incident is what brought the attention to her. Absolutely. So he can say he watched her previously. He probably did. I don't trust the boy. I know him. So, but he probably watched her previously. But for the mass majority of the world, this was race number 1, and you got 9th place. But you came and talked like you was in first.
Yeah. Because that weed incident was, that's the whole, goes back to the whole saying, all publicity is good publicity. So it definitely got people eyes on them. Maisha, they have every right to claim supremacy, but take the L gracefully.
Most certainly.
Esau, he's laughing. Devron, he's laughing. Adonis, listen, Nikki is a sag. They gonna get her. She gonna get her lick back. She waited, baby. She waited because I know for a fact that the tweet I saw Shacarri put out about her was definitely 2019, honey. That is very old.
Well, she was busy. She was busy. So
she came back for that.
Got time today.
Sparkle said the Jamaican refused to say anything bad about Shacarri. They did. Well, and that's another thing too. I was watching something, and not to get off task, but I was watching a documentary about music, and it was talking about how, unbeknownst to us, some of the hit records in the world are produced by Swedish producers, people who are natives of Sweden. Was it Sweden?
Yeah, you've been drinking a little bit.
Anyway, they have a saying there, and I forgot because it's in another language, but the reason why no one knows that they produce these records, even though they got paid for it, they got their credits in the titles and all that, royalty checks, they never took the artist shine or got known for it because in that particular country, they're taught Switzerland. I'm sorry, not Sweden, Switzerland. They're taught humility. They actually hold humility in very, very high regard. So it's like to brag even about the littlest things is frowned upon just as a nation. And so I think that a lot of countries outside of America are very big on being humble. They just view it as a character flaw when you're like very braggadocious. So I could definitely see how that's something the Jamaican girls automatically had naturally.
And the only character in America is being black. So
I mean,
that's it.
Devron says she let up, though she didn't run to win once. She was behind her time.
Well, I mean, I can expect that. If she knew that she wasn't going to be in first, second, or third, all the other ones actually don't really matter. So you don't need to hurt yourself, pull a hamstring or a groin to get sixth place, fourth place. So I can understand that.
Carvon says, trying to support how I can. First time catching y'all live. Oh, thank you.
It's okay.
We appreciate it.
Love.
Thank you.
My boy down the road driving them trucks.
Appreciate you. Nakia, gay people pregnancy, sperm and eggs. I mean, yes, it's really easy how it happened. Girl, y'all need to don't answer Ricky question, please.
I think that was my fault.
Okay. We're not listening.
Not how it happened, but like
we know how it happened.
Yeah, not how it happened, but how it happened. But
I would just say immaculate conception to be funny. Skittles. We ate Skittles. Nakia said she just needed a little guidance. Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit. She already got the sports.
And I mean, that's another thing. I'm not saying not to, like if somebody in her camp or a mentor definitely needs to pull her to the side and have a sit down. By no means am I saying be a yes man, because I'm not a yes man at all. Like the furthest thing from one. And I do feel like someone needs to pull her to the side, but the kicking while down, there's a difference between kicking while down and reinforcement, negative reinforcement versus positive reinforcement. I'm not going to be a part of the negative reinforcement. And just because I said or reposted something saying if you were rooting for her to fail, that does not mean I'm condoning the behavior.
Her actions. Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm condoning it. I'm simply not rooting for her to fail, though. I actually want to see her win. So, people trying to take things out of context when they don't read for comprehension. Adonis, is it bad that I don't feel the need to cape for her too hard because she's from Dallas?
Come on, boy, cut it out. We fight against other countries right now. This nigga's H-Town folk. We fighting. We got some.
Adonis, we're not gonna take it back to PV with D-Town versus H-Town because you know how that goes.
That's everywhere. Everywhere.
I feel like all the D-Town and H-Town residents since we graduated, we came together and laid our burdens down.
For us to be so close, we're so different.
What's up, Bashir? Yes, very much so. What's good, y'all? Late, but I'm in this thing. Come on, welcome. Speak up. Maisha, ice the kicker face. I can't. Is everybody drinking today?
Everybody.
I think it's deeper than that. But to be real, people was on her before the weed issue, like right before though. Okay.
Yeah, maybe they were. Maybe they were.
The Jamaicans had more self-respect and was taught how to say and what to say in press conferences. Absolutely. It's just, I mean, most countries outside of America, I mean, most, people who aren't American are extremely humble. Mm-hmm. As a nation, we're very egotistical. We're very braggadocious. We're very prideful. I mean, look at our leaders. You know what I'm saying? Most of our leaders, that's how they are. And as a country overall, not saying that every single person is, but the majority of us compared to someone outside of our country, we go to another country and start talking. They just like, oh, okay, you must be famous because you come up in this bit, like, and we're very regular, unbeknownst to them.
Right.
It's just how we are.
That's how we live, man. We got more than one car. You got 20 and 30 pair of shoes. You got 20 pair of jeans. Yeah. So in other countries, you're not running like that.
Even if you break it down by region, as far as being braggadocious and egotistical, if we're from the South, as soon as we go to like New York or LA or Chicago somewhere, we view them as cocky. You know what I'm saying? Because of how they carry themselves, when in actuality, they don't know no better.
That's them.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah. So for sure, she had little tact and class just ready to pop off. I mean, yeah.
I agree with you, huh?
Once I saw the interview, yeah. Devron, I don't want her to change. She has made this shit fun again. I can't wait for 2024. Now, I will say that for TV purposes, I'm not gonna take that from her, because even outside of track, I could definitely see her on somebody's reality show.
Yep.
I can see her still in the spotlight to a certain degree, writing a book saying, titled "I'm gonna talk my shit." Oak Cliff, that's my hood.
That's a good Hey,
they just get understood. I could see her writing a book titled that. So she's still gonna be. Yeah, she's still gonna be have notoriety. Yeah, okay, so let me ask y'all this real quick. It was another chick I felt we kind of had this same issue with, for those who keep up with track and field in the Olympics. Early 2000s, bright skinned chick. One of y'all know her name, but she was a bright chick. And she came out to the track in the little tuxedo shit and got smoked. But she kind of had the same attitude, and now we don't know where she at. But it was a similar situation. Let me say this.
In life, period. If you trying to, like, I don't understand people that wake up like, I'm finna shit on them or my haters. I don't have time. Why would I even worry about what a hater doing? Or why would I wake up to try to outdo you? So until you are focused on yourself, I don't care what your ability is, how good you are. Until you focus on you and driving, you're not gonna reach your full potential. You might win, but you're never gonna be the best.
Come on with the message, Pastor P.
It's Pastor P. Yeah, but that's the problem. You so focused, you in the fucking trying to come out the gate.
You focused on shaming others, I guess.
You don't have to do that. Mm-hmm. You come out of that, you're going to do your thing. Like I said earlier, you can fall off and not hate on the next person, because I know I've been on before and my time coming back. Mm-hmm. But if you're a person that's always hating, you ain't never going to get your time.
Yeah.
Because you ain't focused on getting your time. You just focus on wondering why Kia had, you always worried about the wrong thing. So I think she came out the gate worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah, and her focus shifted. She was too focused on the show and not the performance.
None of your business. She good. Like I said, she there for a reason. I ain't never been to nothing but the Special Olympics. So,
you know what? I've done eating contests, but that's it. Not hot dogs. I believe it was pie, and I lost still. Yeah, but
how do you lose something like that after you have a stomach ache after eating all the damn pie? You got to win. That's one of the things is once you start, you have to win.
Yeah, very regular over here. Nakia said, I agree. I'd love to see her win. Carvon says, facts. Dallas ain't even part of tech. Well, damn. It's just something about Houston and Dallas. It's going to be an ongoing feud, and it just is what it is. I've accepted it. We just, we green and, blue and red. Maisha, I want her to bring the smoke too, but when she gets that ego in check so she can get her a check. Play the game. How I go.
Yeah.
Humbleness is key, but you also need to the hype and confidence for the race. Yes, Kia. That's us, some assholes. Absolutely. Maisha, I knew her ego would hinder her performance, but I had no idea she would come in last.
Yeah, nobody's seen that. I mean, I never seen a race, but I just thought she was gonna become top 3.
I don't know if it was Mary. God, not Mary. Okay, so
yeah, she's brown.
Marion Jones. It's two from the early 2000s that I kept up with. It was the bright chick that had the tuxedo on, very braggadocious, except she wasn't really ghetto. She was more suburban, but extremely braggadocious, extremely like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna dust everybody. Baby girl came in last. And I get her and the one who got caught with the steroids in her system and had to get her medals revoked mixed up. I think the ones who got her medals revoked, the ones who got medals revoked was Marion Jones. But the other girl, it'll come up. It'll come up. Somebody who run track know who I'm talking about, and they may correct me later. But okay, we're gonna go to the next question for sure, because I think for the most part, everybody pretty much touched on what they feel. So the next question is poor sportsmanship a reflection of the athlete's true character or mere frustration from a poor performance they had? So here's the thing. How many times, Frank, have we seen cats mad after a loss, don't want to do no press conference, don't want to look in the cameras, ain't really talking to nobody in the locker room? Like, and this is men we talking about at this point. In the locker room with the, towel over their head. They just don't want to be bothered. I've seen LeBron sometimes, like, he might not have had a bad interview, but he may have refused the interview or merely like just kept walking or like had the towel over his head after a loss that he was upset about. So in these types of situations, like the interview we saw Shacarri do, after her loss, is this a reflection of her true character? Or is this a reflection simply of her being upset and maybe nervous and embarrassed about her loss?
I think it's a mixture of both. She was very embarrassed. And so when you're embarrassed, you can't take it on the chin like you're supposed to. And then it also shows your character, because if that's not who you are, you get some people like, they just never get mad. You just can't make them mad. It's just not who they are. So I think it was a mixture of both. And back to the LeBron situation, he go with a towel over his head or miss an interview because you're going to say something that's not politically correct. It's like,
but see, now we're on the verge. So, it was brought up that she kind of like walked past the people who initially walked past the people who wanted to do the interview with her. And so we've seen LeBron and other players decline interviews after a loss if they're upset. And so would we prefer for her to do the interview upset and off task?
Run away. She's a track star. Like, run away.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, like, I always try to, and it ain't just with her because she's a Black woman. I think with any athlete, I always try to take myself out of my shoes and think how I would be after a loss or after a certain situation. Personally, I hate being embarrassed. Like, I literally hate being embarrassed. Like, when people try to embarrass me, I go for the jugular and like try to take them out completely. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't sit well with me. Like, it just don't. So if I embarrass myself, I know I could easily see myself as one of them people who shut down. I might not talk shit, but I'm definitely like going to draw back and not want to talk to nobody because I'm trying to basically not only navigate through my thoughts and process what just happened, but I'm also trying to alleviate myself from digging myself into a deeper hole and sounding stupid or bitter or sour or egotistical on camera.
But you're aware of that.
Yeah, I'm very self-aware, very much so. And I can express why I did what I did. If I ignore press, that's why. But it could be viewed as people on the outside looking in like I'm rude or I got an ego or something to that effect. So at what point are we taking ourselves out of ourselves and putting ourselves in some of these athletes' shoes before we judge them? Like, yo,
never.
Maybe she handled it wrong because she didn't know how to handle it.
Never.
It's never emotions.
They're never gonna put you in a position for the people that's judging you like that. They ain't gonna never put you in a position to take themselves out of it and take you out of it and put themselves in it because they looking up to these people. Like Devron said that they are moving the culture. Why? These ain't nothing but people. These just people that run fast and run track. These are nothing but athletes. Like, why are they directing
the spotlight? They're in the spotlight. That's why. I mean, it might not. Of course, we know they bleed bread just like us.
Yeah, no. I'm not taking away from them, but we allow them to. So they're never going to let you be human until they feel like they want to let you be human. You're going to be superhuman. LeBron can't say anything wrong. These other athletes, anything you say, like you said, if you don't say anything, the best thing you can do is be quiet.
That's it.
Because they can try to figure out what you're thinking. They can try to figure out what you would have said. Yeah, they could have tried to figure out what you said or think of how you feeling, but she got on there and told them exactly how she was feeling. Mm-hmm. And I think more so, like I said, it's the cadence, it's the tone. That's that black girl tone. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem. If she'd have got up there and said what she said in a different manner,
I would have preferred her to not do the interview.
That's the baby mama tone. I'm trying to tell you, like all the niggas on here don't want to say it, but that's the baby mama tone. Go ahead.
I would have preferred her not do the interview. I think, and I know, but the thing about it is, what kills me is that had she not did the interview at all, she still would have been judged just as harsh.
She would have been judged, but you wouldn't have been able to replay what she said over and over and over and over.
I would have preferred she not did it.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. I agree.
So yeah, man, I think that I want to believe. Okay, I want to believe because I just always think if God gives me the opportunity to blow up, get famous, be put in the spotlight, I kind of would like to have the same grace of somebody saying, you know what, I don't like how she handled that, but she human, and instead of her putting her foot in her mouth, she just ignored everybody. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean I'm a bad person. It don't mean that my attitude is shitty outside of this particular either sport or arena or career. It just simply means I had a bad day and I'm processing it and I don't want to communicate with nobody.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch used to play for the Seahawks. He wouldn't do interviews. He would sit there and eat Skittles. He wouldn't say a word.
Yeah. Is that the cat that had the braids?
They had the braids, right?
I remember. And he's kind of hood, but that's another thing too. I know that he's kind of hood, but I do remember him basically not wanting to do interviews. And that could have a lot to do with him not wanting to switch up how he talks or him knowing he comes across a certain way, even if he's not. Yep. So it's like you damned if you do and you really damned if you don't. She did an interview with all those emotions and didn't know how to, talk.
Something to think about for her emotional level and the thought process is this don't happen for another 4 years. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing too. I'm thinking the whole instance, I can get them next time. It's possible that won't be a next time.
Right.
So that's something to think about too. You got a lot of stuff racing at you at one time that I didn't think about because you got a lot. Everybody don't make it to the Olympics next year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's something to consider.
Okay, let me go back and see what these comments saying.
They done shook that A-Shine and Dallas funk up.
Oh man. Because it's always been an ongoing feud between the two cities. I love Dallas though, man. Every time I go to Dallas, shout out to everybody in Dallas and North Texas. I got my whole dad's side almost in Fort Worth and Funky Town. I go up to North Texas. It's all love when I go up there now. I know at Prairie View oh Lord, it was like Bloods and Crips up there, but it's all good now. Bashir, too much damn love in hip hop. Adonis, I could definitely see her on a reality TV Bad Girls Club tease. She better not get on no Bad Girls Club, baby. You take it 8 steps back.
You gotta get in.
Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself.
Amen. Church.
Mm-hmm. Probably so. I've met her recently and she's still a dick. Oh,
Marion Jones.
Oh, wow. Well, damn.
Don't do that.
Well, damn. Adonis, listen, PV gave us PTSD from the Houston versus Dallas feud. We had to rep Houston like we was in a pen. I swear. I didn't even sign up for that kind of mess. I thought college would be everybody like reading books and having picnics and they were straight. That was honestly the most fighting I had ever seen in my entire history of niggerdom.
And for nothing. Like nobody know why we stopped.
Yeah. I thought Frank, I saw a guy get beat up out his cornrows.
Oh.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. I can't make this up.
Ooh.
But anyway, I digress.
Ooh. Ooh. And then I'm not gonna ask. Did they live afterwards? I mean, that's one of them. I'm a Sagittarius.
Yeah, man, it was bad. I don't know. I just remember doing like this and asking what he did. What did you do to get beat up out your cornrows? What did you do? I ain't never seen nobody get beat up out a hairstyle like that. And they was tight cornrows. He came out the fight with an afro.
Freshly braided.
Anyway, I digress again, y'all. Okay. Miss Gray said cut Frank Mike off for their comment about the Special Olympics. I can't.
I mean, I'll be honest.
I used to say you got to learn to cry in the car. Yeah, I'm not with giving your opponent fuel for sure. Oh, I'm never let them see you sweat. I was raised on that. Cedric, you right with the BM tone.
I'm chasing baby mama tone. That's why all this.
She gave everybody flashbacks. Ooh, my baby mama.
Taking $275 out my goddamn check.
Baby mama talk like that.
Yeah, she do.
Okay, Manny Baker, Dallas always get ahead of themselves.
Man,
I'll never do TV again. That's a level of thick skin I do not have. For sure. The scrutiny that comes with that, man, is heavy. I'm late. Did y'all discuss the age aspect?
How old is she? I don't know. I never even thought about that. She being young and just dumb.
Oh, I know, right? That's something I didn't even consider. She is. I mean, it's a lot of variables to consider with her, though.
But she's only 21 years old.
Yeah, she a baby. That's a baby to me. Like literally, if I saw her, I'm like auntie. You know what I'm saying? That's not my peer. That's like little baby. Like I don't even. To be honest, and people probably look at me crazy when I say this because I do have to work on being the ageist. I notice that I favor my age group often. But usually when people are like under the age of 30, I don't go back and forth with them. I'm not doing all that with you. Like you a little baby.
You ain't seen enough. You ain't seen enough.
And I mean, we can have discussions and you can have input for sure. I'll value your opinion. But as far as like going back and forth and expecting them to comprehend where I'm at in my life and my thought process. Yeah, you know, you.
I've been wanting to say that all my life, baby. I don't play with kids. Don't
yeah, you niecey poo.
Now your mama would tell you, don't play with me. I don't play with kids.
So yeah, I would basically like if I ever, if I knew her, Shacarri, I would, that's niecey poo. She do need to do better, but that's, she a baby.
It's niecey poo.
Yeah, that's niecey poo.
Nigga man. What did you say last week? Mr. Nigga. Yeah.
Carvine said, in the words of someone smarter than me, when you are tired, frustrated, etc., your habits come to the surface. So I believe your character is who you are. That's an interesting thought process to have as far as that goes.
My mama would tell me when I was young kids that people don't know you're stupid until you open your mouth. So you need to shut up.
For sure.
So she knew I was stupid.
And if two fools argue, you don't know who the fool is.
You don't know who the fool is.
That's the one. Put it in your back pocket. Adonis, last. Listen, people can't nothing out of context you don't say. Can't take nothing out of context.
Right. If you just keep your mouth closed, they have to figure out what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Or suggest what you were about to say.
I really think it would have been best had she just simply not declined the interview. It might not have been understood, but they for sure wouldn't have had this much ammo on sis. They just would have been able to say, oh, she got smoked. They wouldn't have said, oh, she got smoked and conducted herself and misbehaved during the interview. They wouldn't have been able to say that. So, but what's done is done now. It's worldwide. So last question we got, basically, let me go back to it. All right. Are men, and I think we touched on this earlier, are men in sports given more of a pass than women in regards to displaying confidence in their talents?
Yes.
What you think, Frank?
Yes. Because we got testosterone, we got ego, we got all this stuff that you expect us to have. Mm-hmm. And we've been watching women athletes be humble for so long. That's the first time I ever seen a woman get on TV as an athlete and get the cursing, freestyling, and using
and that's kind of what people resonated because
she used the baby.
She represents the era of hot girl
Yeah, she does. She does. I got a
Represents
little,
the
got a
era of
little
hot
baby that's a hot
girl.
girl. That's been having a hot girl summer. I just can't
These are
understand it. I'm getting
Rihanna's
old.
kids. These are Nicki Minaj's children.
You definitely wouldn't want to be referenced as Nicki Minaj's baby. You know, they were going back and forth on the internet.
I'm
But yeah,
just
you're
saying
right.
this is what we're
You're right.
dealing with. See, I think my age group, we're more of the Janet Jackson, Beyonce, natural beauties, not Nia
Mary J.
Long.
Blige, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of keep it cute. We spicy, but we keep
But
it.
y'all know, y'all was a little Kim in there, little Foxy Brown. Don't forget the hood rats. Don't forget the hood rats. Don't
Well,
do that. I don't like that. Don't do
we
that.
are the children of Trina and Lil Kim.
There you go. Yeah.
But see, Shacarri, they're a little different.
They're a little
That's
different.
Hot Cheetos. That's
that's Hot Cheetos when you're pregnant.
Summer. That's Sneaky Link. That's it's a different, whole nother ball game. And so I feel like
that's me eyelashes right there. Like it's different. That's different.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I just feel like she is representing. A lot of people can identify with her, and people got to understand this. Just because somebody identifies with somebody doesn't mean you have to condone their behavior. Just simply
understanding the place that they in.
Yeah, just understanding the dynamic of women now. Like, we're very outspoken. Men think we hate them, which we don't. A lot of times we just talking shit online, but when we get home, like, we nice to y'all. Like, okay. So
she hits me when she gets here. Go ahead.
I mean, we nice at home, but it's not for the world to see. But I feel like, and again, I'm not giving her a pass, but I just feel like now we're ready. We are ready to see not only a woman talk shit, but a woman talk shit and live up to it. And that's probably why we're not on a lot of us aren't on the be humble bandwagon, so to speak. We're not so to speak on that. It's kind of like all I want her to do is keep practicing, get a little PR training, but keep popping your shit, because that's my shit. I like that.
Okay, but listen, let me say this.
But do it more eloquently.
Do it
in cursive.
Yeah. So listen, so women, back to something you said, women, y'all ready, but women been having to stand up for so long and do so much and be so strong outside that when you do get home, a lot of times you're not as nice and not as smooth and satin-ish as you think, because outside you've been a wolf outside, you've been a werewolf outside in the world trying to maintain so much, you know what I'm saying, with not much help.
We can come home and turn it off for our men. But see, men outside of our men don't know that.
I'm a guy telling you that a lot of times you're not as much as you think. Just like us guys.
We're not nice. We're not nice.
No, not as nice as you think, because you've been fighting the world outside, and I feel that, and I feel like that's an issue on men, not on women. But y'all be hitting us when y'all get.
I don't hit men. I'm very
okay. About the one dude that you put a fat lip on.
No, that was okay, Frank. Listen,
don't try to bring up old stuff.
That was literally like
you did that though, fam. You did that though, fam.
That was 2004.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yeah, and your picture been on Bucky's bathroom stall since.
I haven't laid hands on another man since 2004. I have evolved. I have grown. I need my credit. Yeah. I am so, and I'm not up. And this is the thing. I hate telling people how nice I am to men off camera, because they feel like, oh, so you faking. No, I'm still strong. But any woman out there who has balance, yes, like people, the dudes and stuff online, they expect for us to treat them like they are man. You're not.
That's true.
I'm gonna treat you like you come, like, I'm gonna talk to you kind of, if you talk to me, so I'm gonna talk to you stupid. But if you were actually my dude, you would get to see me in that dynamic. You would get to see me.
Hit the inbox, fellas. Hit the inbox, baby.
No, stay out of there.
Her inboxes are open. Let me usher y'all straight to her inbox. Sit down right here,
Don't
please.
get in there. Don't get in there. Please.
Welcome. Let me usher them to your inbox.
But man, I love her popping her shit. I love it.
Me too.
I want it to match the talent. And that just and this is the thing too. I feel like we saying shit that she's already gonna do. We're saying go practice, hit the track, get better.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that her coach, you don't know how her coach talked to her off camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He probably could have handled her raw.
If you know me in real life, you know when I say pop your shit, you don't do it with your mouth. You don't have to do it with things. It's gonna speak for itself. So when I say go pop your shit, I mean go out there and win. That's the best. That's the most popular you can do. Is getting a gold medal, especially after all y'all was naysayers about me smoking weed.
It's for the show, though. Shit. You know, it's for the show. The shit talking is for the show of it. Really, it's really.
I ain't gonna do none of that. I ain't gonna do none of that. I ain't really gonna talk too much noise because
that's you. And I probably, and to be honest, Frank, I probably would not either. Yeah. Just simply because of the family I come from, what I represent. I, know how to put it this way. People know that I have a tendency. I could be nasty nice. So I'm not the cursing and all that for the masses. I wouldn't have done that. But I'm definitely gonna come. They would have been like, "Oh my gosh, she has an ego." Because listen, I'm good at what I do. Yeah, I'm proud of what I do, and I'm, talking shit during any kind of sport is not bad to me. No, and I feel like men can do it without the drawback that women get.
We can and we do. I agree with that.
Y'all have you ever, like, I've been to one of these hood basketball courts and I literally thought it was like a fight gonna break out every 10 minutes.
A fight gonna happen. But listen, that's a hood basketball court.
Just talking shit. But y'all literally like, nigga.
Yeah, no, a fight gonna happen. Listen, but that's a hood basketball court. You don't have NBC, ESPN, ABC. So when I'm on this little podcast, like some of my partners like, man, you ain't really got the pop of your joint. But I'm like, man, it's different. It's different than when I'm talking to you and I can let you know 100. But on here, somebody can play it back and it just feels different.
You can still keep it 100, but because
I am keeping it 100, but I ain't keeping it 150 like I normally would.
You can keep it 150, Frank. You just
gotta be nice.
Televised.
Yeah, but I gotta. It's the way you said. And the fact
that I can't one day monetize this here show, you got to
man. And the fact that I can't say it in a manner that's presentable to the world, I don't need to say it.
You don't know how to clean stuff up, Frank?
Some stuff ain't meant to be clean. Like some shit I'm talking about ain't meant to be clean.
He like, but at the same time, I'm just not gonna clean it.
It's not meant for everybody. So it's not really meant for me to clean it up. But it's for the person that it offends. It's not for you. You know what I mean? So.
Just know that I would love for you. I want you to you could be yourself. I ain't gonna judge, but yeah, I feel you. Okay, going to the comments. Carvon and he already read that. That's that shot. I shouldn't have took it. Took it. It's kicking in. I'm about to get off here in a little bit. Okay, Adonis, same Kia. I ain't arguing nobody born past 95. All these bees is my sons, Nikki. Yeah, them churn, them babies, them is churn. I'm never beefing with nobody born after. Shoot, yeah, no, 95 is probably my mark too. I'm not beefing with you.
95, I don't know.
I'm not beefing with you, baby. You's the baby. Manny says she was too crunk to be dead last. Well,
that was the impression. That was
she did the same thing Adrian Bronner does.
Yes, that's a good point. He been losing, and he still gets up there. And he promotes interviews like he want to talk. And he talk as if he want to fight. But we slammed Adrian Bronner. We did. We slammed him for months. So you got to expect the same thing.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And that's the thing too. I cannot stress this enough. I do not care about people naysaying her. My issue was strictly with the people who were bigging her up just yesterday, and today it's like, Sheila, but you was just on her tip yesterday. If you can switch up like that, to me, it's something wrong with you. Like, you ain't gotta like that she lost, but like, you literally was like hyping her up, retweeting,
they really run hyping her up. They didn't even really know her.
It's like, oh, this is it. Like, that's weird. You switch sides real quick, and that's a character flaw for me. Carvine, from my wifey, let me see. From my wifey from Dallas, she says yes, 100%. Okay.
Yeah, whatever his wife said, I agree with it.
And I'm sure we're gonna go through the comments and put 2 and 2 together once we rewatch it.
Right.
Shout out to your wife. Tell her thank you for tuning in as well, if she is tuning in. Maisha, I love the hot girl culture though. The hot girl culture is everything. It is fun. Empowering. I'm happy to be alive right now.
I thought you was a hot girl. I was like, okay, hold on.
No. I'm not in the streets like that anymore, but I'm very happy for those who are still out there because they're thriving. We're getting wins. We're getting thousands of dollars a month in child support and alimony. It is a great time to be alive. It is.
Listen, so let me ask you this. I'm gonna get out. So, what were you hot girls called in your day? Hold on, I need to get a little Jeopardy.
Oh, bad. I think we were bad bitches. I'm the baddest bitch. Who's bad? Who's bad? So we went from bad bitches to hot girls.
I remember that.
I'm neither one right now. I've hung my jersey up. I'm neither one. I have to. I'm a chair mom, so there's that. And I drive like somewhat of a minivan. Definitely can't be a hot girl in a minivan. I can't. Don't go together.
Yeah, that doesn't really tie in.
Don't go together.
Yeah,
but you still
listen to some music in your minivan though.
Yeah, it don't go. Hot Cheetos and Sneaky Link. That's the generation of Hot Cheetos and Sneaky Link and crab legs and vape.
Don't forget the crab legs
and hookah. Crawfish. Adonis, she is from that generation of Kappa Beach babies. They were born.
A lot of drugs done at Kappa too. I understand now.
Absolutely.
Now.
All the people, like our aunt, they are our aunts and uncles' children. Them kids. Carvine, not to steal the topic, but men have more financial at risk than women. Okay, you're actually on topic in regards to sports. So are you saying, if you're still here, that is reason for them to
carry themselves better,
with having more confidence?
And I think the way that keeps them from getting on stage and having an interview like her. But to contribute to what Floyd said, she's 21. Seldom do you see most athletes at the age of 21.
Mm-hmm. You got to think back to when we was 21. I know at 21 I was completely uncouth.
Most certainly.
Completely. I wore like white tee, what is it? The muscle shirts. I wore wife beaters and Air Force Ones. So I know at 21 I had no act right, little to none. And I literally I think I put out an apology a few years ago and basically said anything I did between the years of 2002 to 2010, I apologize for. But yeah, it was a really wild time for me. So Shedrick, definitely PR training needed. Most definitely. Yep, she needs polishing for sure. Sean, Carl Lewis used to talk all kinds of shit. I know I'm showing my age. I remember Carl Lewis.
Who the hell is Carl Lewis? He old as hell.
I remember that. Okay. Tamisha Vital. Frank, man, my husband tells me what you're saying all the time. Nope, I don't believe it. Oh.
You don't believe me or your husband. Come on now.
Carvine, that's why there's a huge difference between attention in general pertaining to WNBA versus NBA. I mean, yeah, because them girls is not getting paid like them men. Carl, okay, Adonis, Carl Lewis, yeah, you up there. Just kidding.
That boy ancient.
I'm gonna talk my shit too. Hello.
But hey,
and you speaking so eloquently. It's in cursive. Our shit talking is in cursive. That's all. I just think her shit talking needs to be in cursive as far as Shacarri goes.
I try to say talk your noise if that's what you do.
Shit up a little. Dress it up, make it real for him.
Yeah, dress it up, make it real for
Sean Murray.
That shit means.
Talking shit in basketball is a must. See, but it should be a must in any sport. Any competitive platform, I don't see a problem with talking shit. You definitely should back it up.
It's a competition, man. It's a competition. We got to be competitive. We can't. That's why all that giving everybody a trophy stuff, I don't like that. Let it be a competition. You don't win, you get nothing.
Absolutely, Maisha. Frank said he not saying mother sucker. Okay.
That's right, love.
Adonis, you can't talk Patty LaBelle type ish giving Dionne Warwick performances.
Come on, boy. Say something.
Oh, right. This is true. But you know, Dionne Warwick can at least tell us our future, I guess. Cedric Walker, NBA players ain't boxing. They have too much to lose. Niggas at hood basketball court ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, we gonna fight. We gonna fight.
Well, it was. I've seen a couple of NBA games, some fights that broke out though.
Yeah, a few of them. Listen,
yeah.
This is what I want people to think back. That old ass boy that just said something about Carl Lewis. U of H basketball court. Oh, it was gonna be a fight after the noise talking. But you know, that's just a part of the TSU basketball court. It's gonna be a fight. I mean, it's just part of the court.
Well, why gotta be a fight? Because
it's a part of the court.
Y'all really after playing basketball to add to the workout, you fight.
Yeah. Did you see White Man Can't Jump?
So who breaks up the fight? I guess is my answer, because I know when men the testosterone is brewing and the loins want to get the anger out.
Did you see White Man Can't Jump? White Man, did you see the movie? Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said?
I forgot.
He said, "I'm going to my car to get my other gun, not the one that he got, but my other gun. I'm gonna kill all y'all." So it's just the culture of playing basketball at the park. Go ahead. Now, we don't have to be no fight.
That right there is why I haven't watched a man play basketball at a court since the early 2000s.
Yeah, make sure. I know you're not playing, but make sure. I know you're not playing, but make sure your shoes tied up too, because you might have to get.
Oh no, I know. Everybody, no one. There's not a name on the bullet, and I was just coming. I just came to dance like old girl sound player.
Yeah. That's right.
Adonis, she can't be a member of the Potter's house acting like that. TD Jakes ain't her pastor. Nope, not at all. Sean Murray, failure is more interesting than success in social media days.
That's true, man. She would never get this publicity if she was winning. If it wasn't for the weed, if it wasn't for those incidents, nobody never know her name. I mean, the masses, people that's not track stars like me.
This is true. Maisha say we was bops before Hot Girls.
I wanted to say that, Maisha, but I ain't really want to get cursed out, fam.
Bop, bop, bop.
Boppers.
Bop.
Boppers.
Bopping and thotting on a mission with no permission.
Chops.
Right after we left the beauty shop with the swoop bang and the pin curls.
That was my Rex. All them Rex in that era because y'all couldn't see shit.
Got that jail bang. Adonis, now look, you talking shit if you what do you say? Now look, you talking shit if you are playing spades. I still don't know how to play spades. I don't know. Adonis, friend, I'm tired of her and Melba Moore.
That boy showing his age.
Yeah. Tarshale Scott. Now the girls from James D. Ryan was some bad bitches.
That and amongst other things. I went to Ryan. So I know y'all was a little bit more than y'all was a lot. Go ahead.
That is so funny. Okay, let me see. They got Maisha and Adonis having a sidebar. I know it's good, and I'm gonna go back and read it so I can holler as well. Okay, and now they were shooting Maisha Brown and White Man Can't Jump. Okay, so yeah, man. I think that pretty much wraps up what we discussed, man.
Indeed. What you got on there? You got a nice pajama suit on there or something?
Nah, man, listen, I be trying to coordinate whenever we have shows. I be trying to go. So no, I got this. Just this. Yeah, it's like a little baseball jersey. I'm corny, I know. It's
so you a bar or you with the Beehive? Which one?
I'm not either. I wore it because we was talking about like sportsmanship, and I thought, why not wear like a sporty top and get you like you know, because you don't go nowhere. Just where
See,
you
I'm
like
at the point now.
a
I'm only trying to
baseball
find whatever shirt is clean. Like I'm like, oh, yeah, this motherfucker
No,
clean.
that was my motivation behind it. I was really trying to be sporty, and it just didn't work because it's not even showing my whole outfit. So
It's
thank
nice.
you,
Though. I
Mike.
like it. That's why I brought attention to it because I knew you had something that was
Maisha,
themed
it
on
didn't even give what I thought it was gonna give because I don't even have the camera to show the whole thing, girl. I was trying to do something and it was executed poorly.
The top is cute. Heather say the top is cute now.
Thank you. That was my goal, though. It's not even pajamas. See what I'm saying? She thought it was pajamas.
It was on some Hugh Hefner. I
It's
see the face
baseball
you
top. I wanted y'all to be like, oh, shit, we talking sportsmanship. Nikhil wore a baseball top. It's sporty. Correlation. No? Okay.
I thought that was one of them bad boy jerseys. I thought that was that bad boy tour jersey.
Man, if I don't play, if I could get my hands on the bad boy jersey, I would. That's a good idea. I might have somebody make me one of them joints. Like leather.
That was nice.
Be the only one with a bad boy jersey.
That was nice.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that's what it is, man. So Shacarri, the verdict is sis need to get better. Her words need to match her actions, I think.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. My man Sean. Yes. You were going to the same comment. Say, boy, you know what it is with me. Stop it. Cut it out, Junior. That boy Sean shot a jug out there.
He did. He got one. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to drop
Dirty dozens.
I'm gonna have to drop some eye drops in your Crown Royal when I see you, boy.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this show up. Once again, we thank y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all decided to be here. Any questions you guys have or suggestions you guys have, email us at askotcpodcast@gmail.com. Check us out on the Cool Podcast every Tuesday at 7 p.m. CST. Frank, I think more often we need to like take shots and jam Jeezy and Fat Gucci before the show.
I'm doing that every time. Like every time I come on, I got the trap music on.
Because he had me like I felt like I was in the VIP section or something back, like you know. Like back in the day at Visions, a grasshopper or something, boy.
Hey man, 20th episode, we hadn't started, but we're gonna try to do something in person. We want like all the people that can come. We want them to come. We're gonna probably rent a space. We'll turn that into a drinking session. It'll be a kickback before it's over. So
that's gonna be that's
gonna be lit.
So lit, and
that's gonna be
live. Gonna be debauchery. And I just hope I don't say nothing on camera that if we blow up, debauchery.
I've never
sophisticated ignorance, premeditated. Sophisticated. Debauchery. So yeah, we that's what we're trying to do, guys. Just we really want to do a live show for the 20th episode. Get us a nice little Airbnb loft type setting. Maybe have a couple of people if they free come sit out. You know, give us some audience reaction, things of that nature. I'm gonna try to get my hair and makeup trying to get me a fit. Hey. So yeah. But thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, any suggestions, a place of space, anything, inbox us, email us, hit one of us up. We appreciate y'all.
We're gonna try to get us some cameras and tripods and everything. So we want to make it nice for you guys. But yeah, y'all have a great Tuesday evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Frank, you got any last words?
Man, just say thank you for everybody that tapped in, man. We appreciate it.